the Amazon. The luxuriant forest-covered Amazon wilderness, green rectangle above, extends across 2/5 of South America, north and south of the equator. It is bisected by the largest river in the world, the Amazon itself, and networked by no less than 1,100 tributaries, as shown in the detailed relief map, right. Most of the region is a flat river basin less than 650 feet above sea level, dark green. This vast area of 2.5 million square miles is bounded by the towering Andes in the west, white, and the lower Guyana and Brazilian shields in the north and south, light green. The boxed area is shown in more detail on page 51. Despite its luxuriant mantle, most of the basin is strangely infertile, and only the 4% that is regularly flooded hatched has rich soils. See here? This is the Amazon. A bird-eating spider spreads its 7-inch leg span across the litter of the forest floor, relying on the wide view from its 8 eyes, one of them visible between the front legs. It runs and pounces on its prey rather than catching it in a web in the normal way. Its bite is fatal to small birds and insects. Sunlight filters into the middle layers of the rainforest, where a hillside breaks up the normally light-proof canopy of the treetops. In the shadows, a silent battle rages as hanging and creeping plants struggle for survival, festooning their fine roots around the limbs of the host. Trees in a ceaseless search for light, space, and moisture. These rough-cast pieces of Indian clay pottery made before Columbus reached South America in 1498 were unearthed by a subsistence farmer near the river of the Cudgerias and presented as gifts to the author. The casserole lid top has an incised pattern still characteristic of Indian pottery today. The head-shaped fragment above was probably the handle of another cooking pot. You see right there? That's the lid. Sharp spines bristle in bands from top to bottom in a 60-foot palm trunk. Only the horizontal rings, the scars left by older fronds, are smooth. Palm trees grow sparsely in the deep forest, but are found in large numbers along the waterlogged riverbanks. Islands of luxuriant vegetation lie like jagged ribbons across the vast river Tapajos. Soaked like a dawn, in February, when this photograph was taken, violent rains put an abrupt end to 6 months of the dry season along the Tapajos, which flows north from central Brazil to join the lower Amazon and Santarém. As the water rises, the banks of grasslands are partly submerged, and water-loving tropical vegetation sprouts everywhere. You see? That's the water. A A maze of islands above, on which trees are seasonally submerged up to their crowns, obstructs the River Negro at its confluence with the Amazon near Manaus. The islands are formed over long periods from sand deposited by the Negro as it's slowed by the greater mass of the Amazon. Rapids right agitate the water of the River Negro to the edge of the ancient granitic Guiana Shield, which forms the northern boundary of the Amazon basin. Up to this point, 450 miles from the Negro's confluence with the Amazon, the river is fully navigable despite its sandbank obstructions. See? The tide's rising up. And you can see the islands right there. On the river Solomos, ghost-like trees, temporarily asphyxiated by a lack of oxygen at their roots, rise above still thriving vegetation from November to June